It's a lot later than I thought it would be by the time I got to this log. I had a dirt bike up for sale that I finally actually sold, so that ran me a little bit later. But I do have this 17-foot long cherry log that I'm going to try and get milled up here pretty quick. It's not too bad. It's got a small bow in it, not terrible though. A little bit of evidence of ants on both ends, but not nearly as bad as that last cherry I did. So I'm going to get ripped into here and see what's inside. Hopefully better turnout than the last cherry log. Okay, so as you can see, a couple inches of gap between the bed and the log on this side, a couple inches on that side. I'm going to take the top off, get it flat, and then roll it over so I'll have two flat sides and go from there. Okay, so I took off about 2 feet, so we're down to about 15-foot log. The other end was split up pretty bad, and you can see some ant damage. I wanted to see what was inside. A little small soft spot, but other than that, there's no ant damage past that 2-foot mark. So hopefully the rest is like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and cut the top here. I get this side relatively flat, get it flipped over, start cutting this side and see what I end up with here. If it's half decently clear, I might turn it into just planks. If it's not, then I might end up doing like 2-inch live edge slab. So I'm going to go ahead and get a measurement for you guys. This is the small end. It is 17.5 at the widest, and on the big end it's about 19. So we should get some decent stuff. I guess we'll just have to cut into it and see what's inside. Okay, so here's what I've got on this one. You see there's a knot right here that just started to open up a little bit. It doesn't feel too bad. Hopefully it doesn't go in very deep. If you follow that, it kind of heads diagonally down, which would be the surface of the tree, like towards the bark. So I'm hoping this doesn't go too far. You can see right there, that little black spot right there, that's where it came from. So we'll keep going, see what's inside. Okay, so the plan is to take at least another 2 boards, probably 1 by out of this section. That knot I was just showing you stops here, maybe another 3/8 of an inch deep, and it's a little soft here. But then when I moved it, there's another hole, all wet, rotten wood. And then you go back to here, there's another knot. It's pretty solid, but hopefully whenever I take this one off, it doesn't open up into a little cavity as well. So I'm thinking I'm just going to try to get past this, and if I get to some decent lumber, then I might just be able to get some clear stuff. Once I get past these knots, it should be clear as long as there's no more surprises. So I ended up finishing this log up tonight. It's getting dark, so I'll probably just sticker it tomorrow after I get off work. I ended up with two 8/4 slabs, and then those are about 15 foot long. I've got four 4/4 inch boards and five 5/4 inch boards. I started getting into some junkier wood, so I took off another cut with a chainsaw just to get past that. There's no point in putting junk in every single board and then have to cut it off 5 times later. So I just cut it once, and so I got 5 boards without it. So I went from 15 foot long to 13 foot long. So there's still plenty long to do whatever you want. There's some really nice, pretty clear spots, and then there's some character and some knots and stuff. This log's been down for about at least a year, if not a year and a half. So it was covered in fungus. So it's got some really cool staining on some of the boards. And when I drug it here, I ended up coming out here at night, and the fungus actually was glowing in the dark, and I could see it from a distance. I walked up, and there's just white dots spread all over the place around the log. So it was pretty cool, some glow-in-the-dark fungus. But there's some blue staining, like right here off the side. There's some black. I did take a picture, so I'll throw that. I'll probably already threw that in the video for you to see. So it's getting dark. Probably another 45 minutes left of light, so I'm going to clean off the mill and try to get it cover up this wood so that it doesn't get too wet with the heavy dews we've been having, and get it stickered in the morning.